In 1950, humanity had never launched a single object into orbit. No satellites, no space stations, no machines circling Earth. And yet, hidden inside old photographs of the night sky, scientists found something that looked strangely familiar. Tiny flashes of light, objects that appeared for a moment and then vanished. The mystery was not that they disappeared. The mystery was that, if they were actually objects near Earth reflecting sunlight, they existed before humans had the technology to put anything there. So what were they? A mistake hidden inside old photographs? A rare natural phenomenon? Or something we have not yet understood? For decades, humanity has looked toward the universe, searching for life beyond Earth. But there is a more uncomfortable question. What if the first evidence of something unknown was not found among distant stars, above our own planet? The story begins with astronomer Beatriz Villarreal and the Vasco Project. But interestingly, they were not searching for aliens. They were searching for something much simpler. Missing stars. The idea was straightforward. Astronomers had photographed the sky for generations. If a star appeared in an old image but disappeared from modern observations, researchers wanted to understand why. So they began comparing thousands of historical photographic plates with newer sky surveys. And then something unexpected happened. They found lights that were not where they were supposed to be. They were not normal stars. They were not permanent objects. They appeared in one image and disappeared in another. Scientists called these events transients. At first, there was nothing extraordinary about them. A damaged photographic plate could create strange marks. Radiation could affect old images. Natural astronomical events could produce temporary signals. But some of these transients had a curious characteristic. They looked like something familiar, a reflective object catching sunlight, like a satellite, except there was one impossible detail. The photographs were taken before Sputnik, before humanity entered the space age, before we had officially placed anything into orbit. This is where the mystery became interesting, because science does not ask. Can we imagine an exciting explanation? Science asks, does the evidence force us toward that explanation? To answer that question, researchers looked for a pattern. If these flashes were objects orbiting Earth, sunlight should affect when they were visible. Specifically, they should disappear when they moved into Earth's shadow. A random defect on a photographic plate would not care about Earth's position in space. The researchers reported that some of the transients showed patterns consistent with sunlight-reflecting objects near Earth, and suddenly, an ordinary astronomical investigation became something much stranger, because if even a small number of these objects were real, human history would have a problem. Something may have been above Earth before we reached space. But extraordinary possibilities require extraordinary evidence. And this is where the scientific debate begins. Other researchers examined the findings and questioned the conclusions. They argued that the way the data was selected could influence the results. They suggested that some signals might still be explained by ordinary causes, photographic defects, atmospheric effects, statistical patterns created by observation methods. Their argument was not that the mystery was fake. Their argument was more fundamental. A strange result is only the beginning of science, not the end, because the universe is full of things that look impossible until we understand them, and this creates a fascinating situation. If these objects are nothing unusual, they still teach us something important. They show how difficult it is to separate a true discovery from an illusion. But if future research confirms that some of these signals came from unknown objects near Earth, implications would be enormous. It would mean that humanity was not the first intelligence capable of reaching space around our planet. It would change one of the biggest assumptions we have about our place in the universe. Maybe the universe is not just full of unanswered questions. Maybe some questions have been waiting above us all along. But today, science has only one honest answer. We do not know. And sometimes, the most fascinating discoveries do not begin with a solution. They begin with something that should not have been there. A light, a signal, a mystery, waiting to be explained.